It's time to get creative with Cassie. Welcome to my paper studio. Today we are going to do part 3 in the Shabby Chic Junk Journal series. So, as promised in the last video, I have gone ahead and stitched around my file folders and I have inked them, and now we need to figure out what we're going to do with them because, like I said, what I was going to do was take one of them and put them each in the signature like so, and then glue this shut, and it'd be like a little pocket. But the way we made our cover, we can't do that because we're not stitching in the middle. We're doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch up here and a 3-hole pamphlet stitch down here. So what I'm thinking, if I want to still do it that way, I'm going to have to put them every other one at the bottom, one at the top, one at the bottom, one at the top. And I don't know if I want to do that or not. I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, we could use them as pockets. So if we were to use it as a pocket, it would fit, or we could even put it in as a pocket like this and have the little tabbies sticking out. That would be cute. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it that way, and we could have a couple of tabs sticking out here and there. Okay, so now that that's figured out, let's set these aside. I'm just going to clip them together. I need a bigger clip than that. I need a bigger clip than that, Okay, sorry. There we go. Those are clipped together. Okay. So now what I think we should do, because I don't think I want to do any more to the signatures, I think we should make our template and get these sewn in and break our cover in. And you're probably asking me, what do you mean break your cover in? So my cover's been laying flat like this for a while and drying. So it's going to be a little bit stiff. And so we're going to want to make sure we're able to bend it by the spine where we're supposed to be able to bend it. So we'll go ahead and carefully bend it. We don't want to rip anything or break anything. Just kind of give it a light push. A very slow. Oh my goodness. That is a almost 18-year-old boy laughing like a 16-year-old girl. It happens, right? Okay, so there we go. We've got our cover. Do I want it this direction or this direction? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we have to make ourselves a template, which means we need a piece of cardstock that I have buried. Okay, so my book is exactly 8.5 inches tall, which is exactly what this is. And my spine is exactly 2 inches wide because I make all my spines 2 inches wide nowadays. Seems like that's just what I do. So I'm going to get my scoreboard out, and I am going to get my score tool, and I'm just going to go to the 1 inch and go down, and then I'm going to go over here to the 3 inch and come down, because why not? Oop. And then let's get our cutter out and just cut this off. Like so. Okay, so now is when we gotta use our noggin. I am going to need my pen, my pencil, my whatever. Okay, so 8.5. Half of that is 4.25. So we'll do 4.25. That's the middle, even though we're not going to put anything at the middle. So on the top here, let's do some measuring. I don't like measuring. We have 2 3/4 at the top and 2 3/4 at the bottom. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go to 2 3/4, which is right here. And then I'm going to flip it over and do another 2 3/4. Okay, so this part here, there's not going to be any stitching in whatsoever. So we've got our line there and our line there. This part, no stitchy, stitchy, stitchy. Okay, so in between these two lines though, we need to come up with 2, okay, so 2 inches divided by 4 would be every 1/2 inch, right? So if we go, that'd be 1, that'd be 2, this would be 3, that would be 4. No, that wouldn't work. Why is this so difficult for me? 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But then that leaves me a big gap in the back. I don't like that. So we need to stay at least this far away from our spine, because I am making a mess out of this right here. Okay, that far, that far. Let's continue these lines up, because we have to have room for our signature, right? So that's where 1 will be placed, and that's where 1 will be placed. Now we need to find what would be the center. So that's at 1/4, and this is at 3/4. So directly in the middle of those would be 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. And right here. Okay, those are where our 4 signatures are going to go. Alrighty, now that we have that figured out, and don't ask me how I figured that because I don't know. But, so I'll tell you here again. We have a score mark at 1, and we have a score mark at 3, okay? And then, okay, so a score mark at 1, a score mark at 3. Then I came into 1/4 inch, and I came in 1/4 of an inch here, so that's at 2 3/4. And then I went 2 1/4, and I went 1 3/4. And right here, here, and here are where our 4 signatures are going to go, okay? So, we need, in between 0 and 2 3/4, we need to find the middle of that. So, half of 2 is 1, and half of the 3/4 would be, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. So we need to go 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. So it would be right in between the 1 1/4 and 1 1/2, whatever that is. So that is our middle right there. So we'll do that again on the other side. Oh my goodness, pardon the cat. Y'all, I'm learning as I go. Like I told you in video 1, I've never done this type of spine before, so we're learning. Okay, so now here to here, we got to kind of find the center point there, or we don't have to find the center point. We could go like, let's go 1/4 inch from that fold, and 1/4 inch from the top. Okay, and then we'll flip this over and we'll go 1/4 inch from the top and 1/4 inch from this fold. Quarter inch, 1/8 of an inch, whatever it is. Anyway, I've got my lines marked where I want them. So remember, we're not doing anything here. So we're gonna poke a hole 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So now I'm going to get my pokey tool out. I'm just going to poke all these holes. This is a lot of work, but in the end, I have a feeling it is going to be beautiful. thinking I should have left my decorating on my spine until after I sewed my signatures in, because now I'm just going to have loopy doops over my lace and stuff that I put on the outside. So I'm just going to trim these extra pieces off here because I don't want them getting in my way. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to mark one top. If I can find my pen again, we'll just use this. Top. Okay. So now I'm just going to place this in my spine all the way at the top. And then I'm going to make sure it's where it needs to be. And then we're going to very bravely mark our holes and hope and pray that none of our eyelets are in the way. And I don't want to do this on there, so let me get a book. I'll just use this book cover. Okay. So I'm just going to start the holes to where I can see them. And then I'll push my pokey tool completely through them when we remove this from the spine. Okay, so now I'm going to clip this side down, flip my book around, release this side, and do the same thing. So it's going to be 2 3-hole pamphlet stitches. Okay, now we can take this off and we can see where our holes are supposed to be. And one of them did hit right on my eyelet or my brad, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to finagle this through, and sorry if I'm, my goodness, not on camera. It's like pushing my brad out because it's right where the brad is supposed to be. I don't know. I might have to remove the brads. I didn't want to. That one went through all right. We'll just see why this one's not wanting to. Because it's catching right on the cap of it there. I might have to take this one out and put it back in when I'm done sewing in my signatures. Oh, goodness. Oop. He pulled my tool right apart. Okay, now we'll do this side. And like I said, this one did hit right here where this brad's supposed to be. So I'm going to take this brad out as well. And then we'll see about putting them back in. If it doesn't work putting them back in, then we'll just have to not have the brads on the spines. Let me know if you've tried something like this before. And if so, how did it turn out for you? I know if I do this again, which I'm sure I will because I think it's a really cool look, I will definitely be sewing my signatures in before I put the lace and stuff on the outside. For sure, for sure. Okay, so now I need my book binding kit and a little bit of air because I'm getting warm. Okay, got my book binding kit. Let's take a sip of our drinks while we're at it. I've got some zero sugar sweet tea. Alright, so I'm going to use this neutrally colored stuff. Get us a good needle. And they say you need 3 times the length. So it's 1, that's 2, that's 3, a little extra. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 8 pieces about this size. So we'll just cut them all right now. That's 1, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Five, 6, 7, and one more, 8. Okay, stick that back in there. My brads are trying to run away. Okay. Now, this guy is our friend. Do not throw him away. Because we need him in order to put our signature in. Okay? So I'm just going to make sure everything is down in the center. We've already gone through and made sure that the pages are all the right direction. I'm so sorry if I bumped y'all. I'm just going to line this up in here, poke my 6 holes. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Make sure it's going the right direction. We'll get our needle. And one of our pieces of waxed thread, which is what I'm using here. And we'll do it just like a regular pamphlet stitch. So you go in through the middle. Let's try that again. You go in through the middle. I pulled it straight through because I'm used to working with such longer threads. Out through one of the others. Mine was the bottom. I'll go through the top hole now. Lining it up with this hole. And then we will go back through this middle hole, trying not to split our thread, and I think I did. There we go. If you split your thread, it'll just make it to where you're not able to completely tighten your stitches down. Okay, so you want one piece of string on either side of there, and then you're going to tie a square knot. So I do that, then you're going to switch them and then go this direction. It always confuses me. And then you have yourself a square knot that's not going to go anywhere. Okay? Now we will thread another one and do the same thing at the top. So we'll go right through the middle, through our middle hole, maybe. Through the middle and through the middle hole. Pull that out on the other side, not losing this one. Then I'm going to come up to the top, and I'm probably totally out of camera, but I have to be able to see where I'm supposed to be putting the needle. So I'm coming in through the top. Now we're going to go down to our bottom hole, go through there, line it up, and go through our spine. And then we're going to go back through here. Again, you want to make sure you don't split your thread. This is difficult to do because, you know, you already got... Okay, so I went ahead and had to fight with that a little bit to get that through, but we're just going to tie a knot again. Again, switch these around and then go this direction to get that square knot. And then do a little snip snip, give it a haircut, and there we have our first signature in our book. And I can see my brad legs right here when you first open the book up. I mean, that's not bothering me too bad. We might put some lace or something there, maybe. And then we'll have our two brads over here as well. So yeah, but that is our first signature in. I don't think you guys want to watch me do the other three, so I will pause here and be back. Alright, so I have gone ahead and sewed the other three signatures in, like I said I would. And I did go ahead and get those brads back in there. So this is what the outside looks like. So this is why I said if I would wait to decorate your outside spine until after you decorate your, or sew your signatures in, should I say, because I'm not 100% liking this. So, as I just drop everything, that's okay. I am thinking about running some different ribbons, or oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hit y'all. I'm thinking about running like the rickrack across like this, and then across here as well to kind of hide those holes, and then finding something else to go at the top and bottom here. And then I think this will just help bring out the pink more and stuff. And I'm gonna make like a little journal topper to go on the front of this journal as well. So I'll just cut that there. And then we'll cut this one here. Make sure we get our strings out of the way. And I think I'll just use art glitter glue to put this down because, you know, art glitter glue works pretty good on rickrack. Well, at least it has for me in the past, so we'll see. If it doesn't work, we'll come back in with some Fabri-Tac. Okay, and we'll just line this up like so. There are no accidents, only happy accidents. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Jeepers, I can't even talk. Alrighty. So that'll look like that, and then we'll put our other one on here. Oh my. No, no, no. Go back down. And like I said, I'm going to make a topper to go over the front here, so you won't see a lot of the rickrack on the front. And here I'm just gluing the second piece. Alrighty. Let's get this on here. Same thing, just going all the way across the book. gonna trim this a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna give it some time to dry. Well, we give that some time to dry. I want to find something to put across the bottom and the top. Let's see what this would look like. To just kind of cut that straight. Just kind of maybe try and tuck it a little bit and put that across there. I think that'd be cute. But in order to do that, we gotta pry this up a little bit. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, we can get that up some. So we'll pry that up a little bit and pry this side up a little bit. And then snip, snip. And then for this one, I am going to use the Fabri-Tac. Get our little glue goober off of there. Okay. And then I'm just going to lift this, slightly tuck that under there, and then do the same thing there. There we go. Perfect. That is pretty. I like that. And then when this dries a little bit, we can come back and put a little bit of glue under these corners and stick them back down. So let's do the same thing up here. Get our piece. Okay. Ooh. So see, this is again where it would have just helped had I thought ahead a little bit more, but I didn't. It's okay. It's all fixable, right? And I think what I might do up here is maybe hang a couple of charms from where those are there. The stitching from the signatures. I might hang a couple charms from it. Let's see. Alright. Tuck that in there nice and neat. Pull it all the way to the top. So pretty. Okay. So we've got that. Ay, so much glue on my fingers. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna stay here or not. I don't think it is. So I'm gonna go in here and give this some extra help. And then we'll check this one, and yeah, that one's not wanting to stay either, so we'll give that one some extra help as well. I'm just lining it up in the middle here where the holes are, where we sewed our signatures in at, and then putting this down, so it should cover it all, and it should stay there now. This part should be okay because it's just the rickrack to the paper. There's no like wax linen thread or stitching or anything there. And also, like I said, on the front cover we'll be putting something over it. So give that just a second to set while I get my lids back on my glues. Get the pokey tool put away. Alright, and we have our book upside down. Okay, so that's what the spine looks like. Hopefully y'all can see that. And you can, but my phone's about to die. So anyway, I will call this a video. We have our journal together. When we come back, we will start decorating it and all that fun stuff. So guys, until next time, remember to make today your own and be creative. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.